There was a call tonight for a candidate for a Lee County Commission seat to drop out of the race based on racial slurs in his email that other people have read. Sonny Haas claims that he has apologized for it, and he also says he was just repeating what others have said. 4 in Your Corner's Rachel Lloyd has been speaking with the candidate himself about these offensive words.
People who live and work in Lehigh Acres say this email highlights a broader issue, that racism still exists in Southwest Florida.
And I ask for forgiveness for everybody, not just African American people, but for everybody.
Sonny Haas told me on the phone today that he regrets using the N-word more than once in an email to a voter. While we don't condone the language, we want to be transparent about the context. Haas' exact words were, "Funny thing, it won't be an N-word quarters after all, and we have to put the N-word somewhere." Haas is running for Lee County Commission's 5th district seat and says he repeated comments from people, quote, in power, referring to Section 8 housing moving from Fort Myers to Lehigh Acres. Haas says he does not agree with them, but says he was told he has to allow more Section 8 housing rather than home ownership in Lehigh if elected.
You are to turn your back on it like he has for us, if you want support from us.
Haas says that refers to Frank Mann, the incumbent commissioner. Haas further wrote, quote, "The Cubans are colonizing Lehigh," end quote. Again, something he says he repeated, although he did not say from whom. Haida Aristill is an Afro-Latina who works in Lehigh Acres. She was personally offended by the email, and instead of repeating the racist comments, she says Haas should have stopped the person who said them in the first place.
The silence and the fact that they were repeated lets me know that they are in total agreement with that, and also that they're comfortable with those words being used in their presence.
FGCU Sociology Assistant Professor Ted Thornhill says the email informs voters about a bigger problem.
It should also inform them about these deep-seated patterns of racism that exist in Southwest Florida.
He says Haas should take his actions a step further.
He should issue the apology and then resign his candidacy.
Commissioner Mann issued a statement regarding the email, a statement Thornhill called absurd.
That to make a claim, politicians no longer use that type of language, even when they're in private settings, is just nonsense.
And Haas says he takes full responsibility for the email, but does not plan to drop out of the race for Lee County Commissioner. Rachel Lloyd, Fox 4 in Your Corner.